Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Dev Chapman here, and I'm going to show you how to have the most productive week ever using Notion and a weekly agenda. Alright, so let me tell you about this little app called Notion. I feel like I'm a little bit late to the party. Like, how did I not know about Notion before now? I think I first came across it on YouTube when somebody was saying, you know, these are the apps on my iPad right now. And I downloaded it and I never opened it, not once. So on Saturday morning, I don't know, I was browsing through YouTube. I was looking for something completely different and I ended up coming across the rabbit hole of Notion videos on YouTube, which now I am one of those. I was like, whoa, this is what I need. It feels so fresh to me. It's not a database, it's not a doc, it's not any of that. It's like all of those things had a baby, and here we are with Notion. I ended up watching Marie Pollan's video on the weekly agenda, and I downloaded her template straight away and I thought, this is it, this is what I need. So I've created my weekly agenda. I feel like I have been more productive than ever this week, just for the fact that I've taken the time to plan my week. I've dived in every day to the weekly agenda and I'm loving it. So I took some of her concept, I've updated it and created, you know, some of my own stuff, and I'm keen to share it. So let's jump in and I'm going to show you my weekly agenda.
Let's jump into it. I'm going to go to this screen because this is my widescreen. This is what my weekly agenda looks like. Have a little pick here, the hustle picture, because this is what it's about. So I always name it week starting, and then I start with the year, month, date. Makes it very easy to filter. Put the dates in pertaining to. At the end of the week, I rate my effectiveness because I want to keep track from week to week. I have 3 focus words for the week every week, and I put them down here because they're really easy and I can see them, but I also want to put them here because when I look back at my weeks, I want to be able to kind of track what those 3 main focuses were. This gets auto-populated. So then you come down here. First thing I fill in, well, this is actually probably not the first thing. On a Monday, sometime I'll fill this in, usually after I talk to my boss, and I'll put 3 focuses in there. So they're the 3 things I want to always be thinking about throughout the week. Then I put a little, this gets auto-populated, and so basically this is kind of my days laid out. And so you'll see on a up the top here, these are what I generally work on. So they're the blocks of time that I have during the week. So Thursdays I always do coaching. Fridays I always do education. Wednesday mornings I do market leaders. So it's like a good way to kind of chunk my time. Then after the divider, I've got anything that's in my calendar, I transfer here. The reason I don't use a Google Calendar is I like the idea of transferring everything manually, because when I'm doing my weekly planning, for instance, I know, okay, I had a marketing and sales team meeting, what do I need to plan for that meeting? And so I enter all of my meetings for the week, and then down here, this auto-populates from the template, but this is basically repeating things that I do every week. And so then I know that every Tuesday I promote the Facebook Live, and so when I'm planning my week, I take that and I move it down into the actual tasks, which comes from my my Action Zone database. Okay, so then this comes to the daily Action Zone. Now, usually this is on the weekly board, but basically this comes from my Action Zone. So I've got a few different properties in here. So the project that's related to, the status, and so basically any, and I've worked for this for a really long time, but like any task that I'm just like throwing in there, goes into the inbox. And so then I can process it. That's a bit of a GT, like throwback to GTD days. Anything that I need to work on this week gets tagged as a current task this week, and that's how it gets into this view. If it's a future task that I need to work on next week, so a lot of the time this tag happens because I haven't finished something this week and I think, no, I'm going to do that next week. Or I'm going through my task list with my boss and he says, no, it's not a priority, let's move that to next week. And so I can easily just move that. And so when I'm planning my week, I go to the future tasks next week tag and I can then put everything on. Other tags are things like waiting. Complete, I actually don't use anymore. So I can probably delete that. I do a different way. And then future tasks next month. So if it's like way off in the future, I'll deal with that. Then I assign a day, and that's how it gets into these daily columns. And the day only gets assigned if it's a current task this week. Once I've completed something, I tick the completed box. Now, the reason that I took it out of here and I made it a box is because one, it was super easy to tick off on the board. The other reason is that I don't think that was the only reason, but there was definitely another thinking. Anyway, the other one that I took out of here actually is the waiting box. And so sometimes I just tick the waiting box. So it might be something that I've delegated. It might be something that I need from somebody, and I can just tick waiting. The due date is like a date that it needs to be done, not the due date. I got that from, I don't know, somebody who I was watching. I can't even remember now. I don't actually use that at all. I literally do not use due dates because I just have my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm thinking about taking that out, but I've left it in there for now. This is the type. So this is it a task? Is it something that I need to delegate, or is it an agenda that I need to speak to somebody about? And I keep all three of these. So what you're seeing at the moment is all of my tasks and agendas, and I'll show you how that works in a sec. If it's an agenda or a delegate item, then who is the person that I need to delegate to? Now, I use this personally for my personal management system, so I don't have team members in here. That's why this is not a person field. I give it an estimated time, usually, and that's only so I can see if I've got a whole lot of things on for that day, I can add up the timings and just see, okay, is that ridiculous? Like, am I doing something ridiculous? And I'm not going to get everything done. And then the completion date, I did have that in here because what I wanted to know is, okay, during that week, did I get, like, how much did I complete? But I haven't used that yet either. So you can see this is still a work in progress. Anyway, this obviously, there's nothing on Thursday, obviously because I have a big coaching day, so I don't schedule anything. So this is actually great to see in this format because I can see I've got a couple of appointments here. I've got a full day of appointments. I literally can't get anything done. Then I have this agendas board, which is what I was talking about. And this is not in the week columns, but this is just things that I have to talk to people about. And so, for instance, my boss rings, okay, what do you need? Okay, I need to do this, 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 and this. My project manager rings, I can talk to her about something. So that is a throwback to GTD days as well. A lot of what I do is kind of ground in GTD, of getting things done by David Allen. Then I just did this one, which is completed tasks. Actually, the reason that I have it is I love to look back at the end of the week and go, oh, look how much I accomplished. And it actually goes down to this next section, which is our team weekly wrap up. And so each week on a Friday, we have a wrap up where we have to do a round of wins. And so that's where I kind of add up, okay, I did this, I did that, I completed this. And so it's really cool to see everything that you do in a week. But I really love that on my weekly board, as soon as I click on a complete item, it disappears. So for instance, that happens. The other thing that we do as part of our team weekly wrap up is we do gratitude. So we give people gratitude. So during the week, I like to just jot down people that I want to give gratitude to, and then we choose a top performer of the week. So we have 1 point that we give to a top performer in the team. Then I just have this down here, which is back burner items. And so this is literally just like, it's like a daily scribble pad. Things I'm thinking about, things I want to add to my template. This is something I want to add next week is actually my targets. Did I hit my targets? And I'll probably create a database for it. Some meetings that I had that I wanted to process some next actions. That was a TikTok video I did.
So that's it, guys. That is my walkthrough of my weekly agenda. I can't believe this is my first Notion video showing everyone what I'm doing. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you've got a similar system or you do something different. Let's have a conversation about it. I love to geek out about this stuff in the comments. If you think I could improve something, or if you have any questions around my system, please comment below. And don't forget, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up because that always helps. And I will see you in my next video.